Hi everyone, thank you for watching. This is a short little video I'm doing about cleaning watches. I hope to do something more extensive regarding this subject matter a little later on in the future, but for now I had a watch that really needed an immediate cleaning in hand, and I wanted to just demonstrate what I do. This is a very, very basic level of cleaning, but I think it's very handy, especially if you're a collector who buys used pre-owned watches. A lot of the time, a watch in a picture may look decently clean, and even at first glance may look clean, but a simple way you will find out if it's not is if you wet the bracelet and use a paper towel against it. Paper towel will easily draw out any grime that's lodged in between the links, and a lot of times a watch that looks clean, when you do this paper towel test, you'll see just how dirty it is. So this basic cleaning I use just simple liquid hand soap and this brush, which resembles a toothbrush, and a toothbrush can be used just equally as well, but the benefit of this brush is that it has sort of a indentation in the bristles, which I found helps it to get around things like crowns and pushers, as you can see there. The brush is also double-sided, so the other end, which I'll demonstrate a little later, has a very fine and stiffer bristle, and that's also very useful for getting into smaller crevices and indentations on the watch case. But basically you just apply a lot of liquid soap and some warm water and just brush. You have to be careful with links. You obviously flex the links to see what's in between, and it requires a number of passes and holding watch at different angles to see exactly how much dirt and grime is in there. This is something here you can see the finer, smaller bristle side of the brush, and you can use it for the notches in the case back, as you can see there, between crown and pushers. If the crown has ridges, I found that this end of the brush is very useful for that as well, inside of the clasp as well. Now, there's always some risk to exposing a watch to water, in my opinion, especially a watch that is not, that you've recently acquired and you really don't know the history of. So I generally try to do a visual assessment of the watch before I do anything like this. Try to see if it looks like it has not been opened. That's a good sign for me. I wouldn't do this on a particularly expensive watch, nor would I do this on a watch that has zero or minimal water resistance. But on something middle of the road, like 100-meter water resistance, not a very expensive watch, I am willing to risk using this method to at least give it an initial cleaning. Simply because I really just, as an initial matter, I want to get whatever grime that I can see off the watch. Obviously, if you want to do a more in-depth job, you want to take the bracelet off and put it in an ultrasonic cleaner, which I'm going to cover one day. But this first level of cleaning using this car detailing brush, I found to probably take care of 95% of the dirt on a watch and at least make it handleable. So I hope this was helpful to anyone. I highly recommend giving any watch you recently acquire a cleaning, because you don't know just how much dirt is in there, and doing this first level of cleaning is a good initial step. And like I said, I hope to cover and do a more in-depth video showing some more things I do to clean a watch. Sometimes disassembly of the bracelet and clasp is required. A cheap ultrasonic bath also is really effective, and believe it or not very expensive. Those definitely take the cleaning a step further than this. But again, liquid soap and a toothbrush, or in this case a car detailing brush, do a fine job of getting a lot of the surface grime off the watch. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll try to put a link to a brush of this style in the description in case you're interested in getting one. I've had this very same brush for years, and despite the bristles showing some wear, it's still doing a fine job. I've really never noticed any scratching caused by it either. So I can highly recommend it.